think this is the end of the road. Down there is a lake. I don't know if you can see it. I need to put flat pedals on and wear my trainers, and then maybe I could get down there. But I think this is the end of the road. Let's see if I can give you a better shot of the lake. Hang on. I think I need thicker tyres, wider tyres should I say. Right, you see the lake? I could only see it on Google Maps until now. It looks like, I'm guessing a lot of like illegal stuff goes on up here. Illegal workers or something worse. So, but there you go. That's as far as I'm going to go today, because this is a little bit too adventurous for a gravel bike with 30mm tyres at the moment. I kind of didn't make it all the way. I might have to walk some of the way back. Cool though, right? Right, let's get out of here. Whoa. Clipping in is the main problem. Definitely could have done with flat pedals in this adventure, but you live and learn. I don't know why I thought road pedals were the best option, but I did. Clip back in. knows what goes on up here. Some weird stuff, I'll bet. Tyres seem to be holding up quite well, not got any punctures, which is good. But when you get on the soft stuff, they just go all over the place. These have got very deep sort of nodules on them, so I thought they'd be good, but they're just too thin. Unfortunately, the biggest tyres I have are 35s, because any bigger than that requires a tube that's a Schrader. At the moment, I don't know of any tubes that do a Presta for a 40mm. I guess because most people are running tubeless. Wow, I'm on the brakes all the way here. Okay. Oh, finding it difficult to stop. Very loose ground, and I'm very heavy. Ooh. This bike weighs about 12 kg, just under 12 kg. I'm on the drops right now, trying to get enough braking power on my cantilever brakes. I now have. See, this is the only time I would consider disc brakes. It's the only time off-roading. Other than that, I don't see the point in them, quite frankly. Unless maybe you're an extreme weather commuter, then I can understand it, but in Brunei, just sunny all year round almost. We get rain, but no one here is crazy enough to ride in the storms, and if you get caught in a storm, you just slow down. Wow, this is really sandy. That wheel's going everywhere. No grip. At all. I'm not sure whether it's better to be in the tyre track or on the grassy bit. Let's try on the grassy bit. There's a lot of loose stuff, but I think the grass is actually giving grip as opposed to the mud, which doesn't. Damn it. Unclipped. Oh. This is a lot more difficult than it needs to be. But this is why I did it. I need to improve my skills. Back when I was a kid, back in the 80s, I had a mountain bike. It was one of my first bikes. It was a rally 8-speed grip shift, I think. Maybe 7-speed. This one's an 8-speed, and it had grip shift, which was possibly the worst shifting mechanism ever invented, because it took up the room of your grips, and it also didn't work. Not very well anyway. It was one of the most inaccurate forms of shifting. There we go. This is a bit harder. I can get back on the bike now. And yeah, it had probably tyres just a bit bigger than these, probably 40s maybe. Yeah, I mean, it seems about right in my head. And it was purple, lovely bike. You know, I think it was steel, but I'm not sure. Could have been aluminium, but it was heavy. Yeah, it was really heavy. I struggled to lift it as a kid. I say kid, I was showing you my first bikes. And I was watching a YouTube video the other day of some early 1990s mountain bikers, and they had 40mm tyres and rim brakes. Yeah, 40mm tyres and rim brakes. What else? I think we're out of it. Wow, look at that. Amazing. And they were incredible. The stuff they were doing on these bikes, these steel mountain bikes with 40mm tyres and rim brakes, you just wouldn't believe. Right, Donny McCaskill sort of stuff. Is that his name? Famous mountain biker. And yeah, it's really impressive. And I was thinking, you know, this day and age, we've got so much technology. But if you go up against one of those guys, yeah, he'll teach you a lesson for sure. So my idea when building this bike was kind of, I want to go back to basics, like real basics. Back almost to the day when I had a mountain bike for my little off-road adventures like that. I mean, that was a short one. It was the first maiden voyage, so obviously it's going to be short. So my next adventure will be on a proper mountain bike trail, so it might actually be easier because they tend to be a lot better maintained, flatter, less leaf debris, all that kind of thing. I see some of the mountain bike trails here in Brunei and I think that's like the roads back in the UK. You know, nothing special, but we'll see. That was pretty bad, that. I mean, very loose ground. Lots of sand. For thin tyres, just too tricky. Plus the fact, clip pedals, they do not help. I'm going to get myself some flats. I can't be bothered to buy SBDs. Mountain bike extra cost, and the idea of this project is to be cheap and cheerful. If I've got extra money, I'll spend it on my road bike. difficult. These are banana trees. Well, I'm not sure. I've not seen any bananas. Don't know how long it takes for a banana tree to mature. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they are bananas. Fantastic. Best cycling food ever. At least when you're on the bike, that is. Bananas. Decided to take the adventurous way back to the house. That concludes this transmission. See you back inside. Home sweet home. Just got the bike back inside. This is what she looks like. I've got Physique Boncush tacky on here in the fluorescent yellow, which I thought was a good idea for going off-road. I want to be seen, I want to be bright, and it's also really nice spongy thick tape, loads of padding, and it's double wrapped. Underneath is a set of lightweight Physique soft touch bar tape from last year, and I just taped over the top of it, so it's a double layer of tape, and it's super tacky, great grip, and very comfortable. 100mm stem. I wanted to, if I was trying to fit this bike up for my size, it would be a longer stem, but unfortunately I wanted to keep the stem short, so it would at least have a bit of low speed maneuverability. I would like a shorter stem, but unfortunately the frame is too small for me, because this bike was never originally intended for my size. The frame is a steel frame that I bought a few years back, and originally it was bought for my wife for her first bike, or her first road bike, and that was the one I built up. I called it Greyhound, or I think she called it Greyhound actually, because it was a grey bike. This one I've painted like dark green, which I think fits the bike really well because it's an off-road bike. So I thought, you want a dark colour, you want a colour that doesn't show the dirt very well, but I didn't want black because I hate black bikes. They just look boring to me. So when the light catches this is really nice. And right now I've got fluorescent lights on, so you don't really get to see how nice it is. Maybe I'll post a picture right about now. Just to show you. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so the frame is a 54, too small for me. I need a 55, 56. I can ride even up to a 58, or I have done in the past, depending on the type of bike and what I'm using it for. So this one I've had to do the best I can to make it fit. Having a bit more compact frame is good in some ways, but this seat post, which again was originally for my wife, it's too short, so I need to buy a longer seat post. This is a 300mm and I need a 400mm. This is a 26.2mm diameter seat post, which is a really odd size. You can see I've been measuring things up in the back there. Really odd size, so I need to order one from one of my suppliers, BBB. and get one that's a bit longer. I've got a set of cantilever brakes on here. These are new. The what are they called? Trectro? Yeah, Trectro brakes. They're nothing special, but they work, and they work quite well. For canties, they're alright. The wheels were on the original road bike. They're great wheels to have on a gravel bike because they've got a lot of spokes. So more spokes, the better for strength and stability and durability. If you look at my road bike in the back, a lot less spokes. Yeah. The tyres are 30mm. I have got some 35s over there, which I'll be putting on later. But at the moment I've got 30s on here, big knobbles. Good tyres, but they just couldn't cope with what I was doing with it today. So I'm going to switch to the 35s at some point and see what happens. I might just use these for riding on the road. And the gearing on here, the biggest is 50, the smallest is 30, and it's 1125 at the back. So there you go. A few more improvements to make on this bike, but so far, very happy with it. It was a fun ride all round. And I finally found a use for my Bont shoes, which I hate, which is taking them off-road, because I don't care about them. So that's great. And I have a new set of shoes here. Very nice. See you all soon, and thanks for watching. Can't wait for my next little mountain bike / gravel adventure. Oh yeah, one other thing I'm changing is I'm sticking an 1128 on the back. So I've got 30 to 28, which should give me a pretty good gear ratio, to be honest with you. At the moment, the 1125 is working, the 30 to 25 is working quite nice. If you think about it this way, there's a 5-tooth difference between the back sprocket and the front one. Okay, so only 5 teeth, that's quite a good ratio. On my road bike, it's 11 because it's a 39 to 28. So actually climbing up a hill, even though this is 12 kg and this one is around 7 kg, the difference, you don't feel the difference climbing because this has got such a great gear ratio. What happens is that you feel the difference when it gets really steep or when the ground gets soft, and then you can really feel that the bike is quite heavy. But this they actually climb fairly similarly in the saddle at low speed. They climb kind of the same. Coming up the hill to the house, I don't really feel it on tarmac. You sort of more notice it when you're on dirt. But anyway, that's enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, the name of this bike, I think I'm going to go with Greenhound, because the old bike was called Greyhound and it was grey. It made sense, but this doesn't really make sense, so I'll see if I can come up with a better name. If you've got a better name for a green gravel bike made of steel, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.